Hello again, middle students. We're going to now solve inequalities, and you're still following the same 5 steps on this, but there's just two small things we've got to be aware of as we work inequalities. First, because it's an inequality, it has to play by slightly different rules, and what that involves is if you multiply or divide by a negative, uh, then you have to switch the sign. It has to be reversed. So since this sign is greater than or equal to, if we were to multiply or divide by a negative, it would have to switch to less than or equal to. So just making sure that you're aware of that. But going through and solving this particular one, so again, same 5 steps. So step 1, distributive property. I don't see any parentheses, so I get to skip. Step 2, like terms. Well, I see this +6 and +4. Since both are constants, both are numbers, I can combine those like terms and end up with 10. So that is step 2, combine like terms. Step 3, variable on both sides. I don't see that, so skip that. Step 4, the constant that's on the same side as the variable. So this 10 is a number by itself. Since that's +10, we're going to go -10. So that cancels those. -2 minus 10 is -12. Being greater than or equal to 4p. And finally, eliminate the coefficient. Divide by 4. Divide by 4. So we're left with -3 is greater than or equal to p. And the reason it stayed greater than or equal to is because we divided by a +4. So we did not need to switch it. Now the final step for this is that we do need to graph the inequality. And again, using my mouse, I'm not the greatest at drawing lines. But the number we're fascinated with, the border point, is -3. And this says -3 is greater than or equal to p. So we have a circle that we have to put on the -3. Since it's equal to, it is a closed dot. Color that in. And the shading for our inequality. Since -3 is greater than p, p has to be smaller than the -3. So any number smaller than -3 on this number line is going to be to the left, because these would be the more negative numbers, or the numbers farther away from 0 in this case. Okay, so the next problem, step 1, distributive property. Well, I see 5 times that quantity, so I need to multiply 5 to both terms. So 5 times 6 is 30. 5 times 3 is a 15, and since that variable's there, 15r, plus 7 is greater than or equal to 127. Next, we combine like terms. I see two constants, 30 and 7, so the two of those will combine to give me 37. So now 15r plus 37 is greater than or equal to 127. Step 3 is that we eliminate a variable on both sides. Since I don't see a variable on both sides, I could skip that step. Next is get rid of the constant, eliminate the constant. So this plus 37, we're going to zero that out with a minus 37 so that we can cancel. And of course, to maintain balance with that property of equality, so 15R greater than or equal to 90. Final step is to eliminate the coefficient. So since we're multiplying by 15, we have to divide to cancel that out. And divide by 15 again, so R is greater than or equal to 6. So finally we graph. Ooh, terrible line. So again, our circle around the 6, since it is equal to, we have to color in the dot. It's a closed dot because 6 would be greater than or equal to 6. And since R is bigger than 6, we have to find a place where all the numbers bigger than 6 would be, and that would be to the right. Alright, so good luck on your test. Hope you find this helpful, and I will see you when I see you.